Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Greetings, people of Earth, you brave, true, epic, legendary warriors. Yes, welcome one, welcome all back through Cosmic Gateway jump number 16. Yes, welcome to the Cosmic Gateway. I am the Watcher, the Keeper, the Protector, and indeed your host, Solomon Riker. Yes, this is jump number 16 through the Cosmic Gateway. Yes, Cosmic Gateway rocking epically wild and flowing blissfully free. Now we are going to grab our best friend here.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Indeed, with time, anything is possible, and we are going to continue our journey. I know exactly where we are going to go because I have a thought.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the...
No, we're not going to the cargo lift, we're going here. Because I thought we could revisit places we've already been to, secrets we've already uncovered, but with the bucket, because when we uncovered this very secret, if you remember on our adventure, the bucket was not here with us. We were journeying onward. Just me, myself, and I, and of course all of you brave, true, legendary warriors. So let's see what happens now. This is different. This is very different. Because it's silent. It's too silent. Why is it silent? It wasn't silent before.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number...
What?
I don't even know.
What?
I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
Holy hell! What the? What did we just stumble on? What did we just stumble? What did we just? It was evidence. Are there more tapes? Was it evidence 264? Is there more tapes? Holy hell! What is this bucket? What is the power that this bucket holds?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Yes? Okay. What the hell just happened? Holy hell. Oh, it's the input of resurrection. Well, it let us activate. Well, it won't. Oh. Well, the input of revive, because we will be revived. We will be back over and over and over and over
Not
again.
everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Yes.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Lucky.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Who was?
Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now my thought is, what happens if we jump with the bucket? Because we have never jumped with the bucket. We have never taken that leap of faith with the bucket. Now, my thought is because the bucket is something not of this world, something supernatural, that we may survive if we jump with the bucket.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Yes, quite, but also quite sadistic and dark. Is there a phone ringing? Hello? 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 Is it this phone? This one?
Hello. This is a recorded message
Oh!
scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work.
What?
The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay. Do I need to ignore that now? And erase it from my memory? Because of the dangers of recorded messages? Okay. Thank you. Yep. Wonderful. Thank you for your support. Right, okay. Let's head over. Wait. We've been to the office, haven't we, with the bucket? And we went, did we go down to the escape route with the bucket? We have, haven't we? Have we been... Ooh, I know where we haven't been with the bucket. I know where we haven't
It
been
takes a
with the
lot of
bucket.
humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
We haven't
No.
been
Said the bucket.
to
Don't
heaven
go to the meeting room.
with
Go
the
somewhere
bucket.
else.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Die in your arms tonight. Must have just been a bucket. Exactly.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I haven't missed a memo though. It wasn't there. It's not there. It doesn't exist anymore. But it did exist. The memo was a memo. Right. Does that mean this time it's up in the boss's office? Wait a minute. I've just had a thought.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a
Yes.
gentle embrace. Protective, yet delicate. Assertive, yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Here we
Still
go.
no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
We haven't been in the
Coming to a
elevator.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
With the bucket, I don't think. Not that I can remember. I could be wrong, but I don't think we've been in the elevator with the bucket. No Stanley's in here, or Stiggly Wigglies. Oh, the door's still open. It's not now. There it is. Boom. Right. Okay, here we go. I don't think we've... I'm trying to remember, and I don't recall going in the elevator with the bucket. This may change, this may not change, but we are about to find out if the bucket takes us to places we cannot access on our own. Okay. Down we go. Please, something, come on, uncover those secrets! That's what we want! We want the secrets, we want to uncover the carnage and the chaos with our good old friend, our very, very close friend, the Bucket. Jack the Bucket. No, that sounds... No, I'm thinking old school game show. It's a different form of phrase. It's Jack the Door. Still sounds... Yep, never mind. But, I mean, maybe going down doesn't work. Maybe... I mean, we could try going up. But maybe it doesn't work at all, even if we have the bucket. Are we elsewhere? We are not. Right. Let's try heading up. See if that works. I mean, it might just be the same story. This elevator may take us nowhere because... or maybe you need to stay in it for so long. You need to stay in it for so long that we've not achieved that because we've not stayed in it for long enough. I mean, that could be an option. That could be something to think about. Is that... Sometimes I think that's the narrator. ba-da-ba-da. Da, da, da. Yeah, you get the idea of that, right? I don't think anything is happening. Unless we are elsewhere. We are not elsewhere. Okay, so the bucket does not change the effects of the elevator. It does not seem to go anywhere at all. I mean, can we, let me see, can we leave the bucket in here? We cannot, no. Okay, I thought that might happen. Right. Well, now you know where we have got to go now, because we are stuck in here. We can't go anywhere else. So we've done that. Yep, we did that. Yep, all good. What is that book? Well, you know where we have to go now. 2 phones? Yeah, of course. Not just 1, 2. 2 phones. Oh no, Mars. Right, here we go.
Stepping into his manager's office,
We're in.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
I'm wondering if there's a key card or anything hidden in here.
Stanley just sat
Possibly not.
around
What is
twiddling
that?
his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Yes, I know the combination is 2845. I'm just trying to find a key card or a something. Oh, is that the boss?
2845.
Yes. I know. Thank you.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I mean, of course that's logical. Why wouldn't that be logical that the bucket is guiding me, the bucket is showing me the way? I mean, we know what happens next. I mean, we know where this leads. We know where this goes. Of course we do. We've been here before. I have an idea.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Wait. Too late, I think. No, let's head back up.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
Oh.
The bucket said nothing.
Oh. See? Secrets. It's raining secrets. What happens if we click?
Here we are, said
number
Stanley.
3?
Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over.
Okay. Let's do it.
Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket. but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
So do I just keep going until I've had enough of the number 3? Is that all that's happening here? Yeah, just keep going. 3, 3, 3, 3. Just keep rocking it. Will something happen? Will things change? Or will it just keep repeating over and over and over and over again? Are we stuck in a loop? What if I typed in, because it's 2845, what if I did 3, 8, 4, 5? Typed in 2, 8, 4, 5. I mean, that's the correct one, but it said nothing. Or if I did 0, 0, 0, would that reset it? I think that would reset it, wouldn't it? But I don't think that would reset it. Would that reset it? Zero, 0, 0, 3. See, I don't think anything's going to happen. I was waiting for the voices to speak up again. Is this door unlocked? Well, we have to go back down again.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
So what happens if we go back up? Will something different happen if we go back up?
No, 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 said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
How much does the number 3 mean to you? How much do you love and honour the number 3, Stanley? We'll find out.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears, and the whole time he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Well, it seems that our good old friend, the bucket, is not a fan of the number 3 as we are, but I think maybe if we go back down and come back up, something
Stanley
might
and the
change.
bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Well, we'll find one. Truly, we will find one. Back up we go. I'll show you the truth about the number 3. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. it would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Oh, I wondered where we were going. I wondered where we were going. That elevator ride was a hell of a lot longer. Holy...
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
I mean, this is beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Live. All eyes live on stage. Stanley live tonight. What is this? The world's healthiest human being. All tickets. Okay. How did we build the... Oh, where are these plays, documentaries, live? The guy who went to Mars. Well, yeah, nice, yeah. We know what happened to the Martian, right? This is beautiful. Oh, yes, look at this, look at this. Oh, well, oh. An evening with a world peace baby, the baby that brought us world peace. What is that? Stanley, live tonight on stage. Get your tickets now. Nice, nice. I remember, yeah. Right, here we go, here we go. We're going to stage, we're going to stage. Three. Yeah, baby, we've got this, we've got this, we've got this.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
427. That is us. Three. Channel the power of three. Channel the power of three. Yes, because we are Stan Lee, and we love the power of three. What does that say? Right, Stan, remember where you come from. Nice. We come from the number 3. We come for the number 3. We are the number 3. Onward we go. It's showtime. Oh well, there's more. Just breathe. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the man, Stanley.
There was no one here.
Oh.
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak,
Well,
to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Well, that was heavy, wasn't it? Quite heavy. Quite heavy indeed.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh. I don't think I can activate this one. Okay, I can. Right. We know what happens now.
Stanley's bucket, the only co-worker he would ever truly need. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
No.
don't go to the meeting room.
No.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to...
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend.
Right.
So he threw himself to his
There we
death,
go.
that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Well, this is going to happen. This is the moment, and this is where... Oh. Yep.
Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all?
Oh, yeah.
No, surely not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Damn it.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
No.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Does that mean we can't journey to that
No,
place
said
with
the
the
bucket.
bucket?
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
wonder.
The cargo...
But Stanley feared that any path he walked
wonder.
might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. Deeply touching.
I don't know. Can I do it? I don't think I can. Right. Okay. There we go. Oh no,
Wait,
because it's...
Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Wait.
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them.
Oh, here we go. We've got access to it. Let's see. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Execute. Oh, damn. Here we go. What? Oh, are we are definitely elsewhere. What's happening? Can we move? Are we moving? Something's happening. Something's definitely happening, right? I've got no idea. Oh. You know what? It might just be an endless loop like the last one was, where we were clicking those buttons over and over and over and over again. Because I feel like we might be moving, but I don't think we're moving. I don't think anything is happening whatsoever. Just songs. At least they're not singing about a three-way, because that's what I was convinced that they were humming. They were singing. They were going three-way. Or was it a four-way? Anyway, it ain't happening this time. It's a lot more peaceful and calming, but it feels that it's an endless journey because we ain't getting anywhere. Are they getting closer? Do they look like they're getting closer to you? I don't know. I don't think so. I do not think so. Right? Yeah? No? Okay. Okay. It's not happening. It's not happening. Oh! Oh! It's a big piece. It's a big piece. Okay. I think we might be stuck here like we were last time, but at least this time we ain't clicking buttons repeatedly. I'm trying to figure out if they're getting closer and they're getting further away, but I don't think they are. No. Nope. I do not think they are at all. At all. No, not at all, not at all, right. And I don't know what this circle is, or this energy that surrounds us. I mean, it is beautiful. It is beautiful, and it's magical. But I don't know. Is this place better or worse than the Button Realm? I mean, at least here the music is, you know. But it is very dark and ominous and windy, and there's a lot of floating things in the air. So, I mean, look at that. But I do love the music. That is just very ancient, very Spartans. Tonight! Yeah, no, it's Spartans! Ready your breakfast and eat hearty! Because for tonight, we dine in hell! But this might not be hell. I mean, I don't know what this is. But you only know there's only one way to return, and that's return like that. Return of Stanley. Return of Stanley. And I'm guessing if we click this ourselves, we will go back to the place of the button. Yep. Wonderful. That is how we do it. This is... Yep. So the thing is, we cannot journey here with the bucket. We cannot journey here with the bucket, and of course, I've tried. It was foursome. Yeah, you get the idea. It was a foursome. Yeah. Right. Let's try and get out of. Well, the only way to get out of here is by doing that, because as far as we know, there's no other way out. Ain't no other way out. I wish there was another way out. Woo.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I wish
Perhaps
there was another way out. Woo.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Exactly. No trace anywhere over this place. No trace. No trees. No trees. No.
Stanley went around touching every
Yeah.
little thing in the office,
course
but it
I
didn't
did.
make a single difference.
No.
Nor did it advance the story in any way.
But it made me feel better. Right, we're gonna journey over to the other side.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yes.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Stanley
employee
did.
lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
Oh. Oh! I thought you'd think it was better than that.
But
Yes,
eager to get
never
back to
mind.
business,
Never mind,
Stanley
yeah,
took
it
the
was-
first
it was
open
okay.
door on his
It was-
left.
It was alright. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. It's okay. It's okay.
Stanley was so bad
Not
at
too bad.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Exactly. Why wasn't I?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yes.
There's someone you've been
Fine.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley.
Yep,
Your
yep,
chance
yep,
to
yep.
redeem yourself.
Yep.
To put your work
Yep.
aside. To let her back into your life.
I understand.
She's been waiting.
Yep. Of course she has. Of course she has. She's been waiting for me all this
That's
time.
her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do.
Oh! Oh, I've not been. I've not been. What?
Is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm
Oh.
pulling the bread out of the oven.
What?
All right.
I can't
Okay,
move.
there we
We
go.
can't move. We can't.
All right, now I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Oh! Oh!
Gotcha.
Woo!
Come on.
No.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
No.
They want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Well, that was quite sadistic and what the hell? 247. We even live in apartments. Do we run? Do we run or do we go inside? What the hell do we do? Do we go inside or do we run for the elevator? Well, I guess we'll find out on the next jump into this very realm of Stanley Parable, jump number 17. Holy hell, it flows onward and the madness keeps on unfolding. We dig down deep and we uncover what the hell kind of secrets. Oh my damn, it is insane. It is mind-boggling. Well, let's see what happens on adventure jump number 17, shall we? As we enter apartment 247, 427, 427. Yes, indeed, when we return, 427 awaits what lies behind this door. Thank you kindly for joining us here on this very, very adventure, you brave, true, epic warriors. It means the world. I am your host, Solomon Riker. This has been digging deep for secrets. What more does this realm truly hold? We will uncover everything.